from the heart, especially.
I have a lot of people to thank. I'll start with the coaches. Coach Mike, not only as a coach, as a person in a whole, has just affected me so much in my whole entire life. He's made me just more confident on the field and off the field. I didn't have the best start to a season, and the first talk we had, I think it was after the Carlson game, before the Carlson game. He got in my head a little bit, and I pulled it out a little bit more for the Carlson game, and then came to the Melvindale game, and he really sat me down and we talked, and he got my head straight, and he realized where I needed to be, and I really want to just thank him for this season and the past season, because if you see my sophomore year, I really didn't do much in this program, and when Coach Mike came, it was just all uphill for me, and I really want to thank him for that, so thank you. Mena. It's been a great 4 years with Mena. Since 9th grade, every year I come up to Mena's room. Are you teaching any upperclassmen classes this year? Because I always wanted to have him as a teacher again. So not only on the field has he impacted me, but in the classroom as well. I always knew how I was playing in a game because when I'd come over at halftime, I'd see Mena, and it'd either be a great eye contact, you're doing a great job, or a like this. So I knew I had to step it up right away. Mena silently, didn't even have to say anything. He's always helped me as a player. I'll start with my family next. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for everything. All the rush seasons that you've helped me, all the driving that you've done for me, and thank you so much for always having such an impact on my career, and as a young man as well. So thank you for that. Angela, sometimes we fight, but no, sometimes. But you have impacted me as a player as well. Just your skill, from even younger than me, the way you play soccer, it's just made me want to be a better player as well. And I think that's important because you're my little sister, and I still look up to you as a player. And I think that's really important. So thank you for that. Ian and Alyssa, you guys have had such an impact on my high school. It's insane. You've shaped me as a person, truthfully. You guys are my biggest role models in life right now, and thank you for that. Sorry. Ian, as well, both of you at soccer, and I'm glad that you guys have talked to me about continuing my career, and you guys have really helped me have an influence on my choice to keep playing. So thank you. I would love to sit here and thank every single one of you guys. Truthfully, I have something to say about every single one of you, but I'm not going to sit here for 45 minutes and talk about every single one of you. So I'm just going to talk about a few. James, you're one of my best friends on this team. You always have put me in a good mood during games. Even when we're down, you're working hard, and I love that about you. Denny, conditioning, whatever, I picked you as a partner. You have influenced me as a player for work rate. No one can compare to you. Whenever we did the conditioning tryouts, you were my partner. I knew that you were going to push me harder than anyone else. And you say that you're not a great player, but I think you're one of the best players on this team because I scored a few goals, but you're coming out with all these clutch goals in the Woodhaven game and what was the Taylor Truman game. You're coming up with all the big goals, and that's what I think is really underestimated about you. You have that clutch factor about you, and I'm really grateful that you pulled out that season. Davies, I'm glad you started to talk more this year.
Davies talks?
Yeah, he does. Whenever you talk, it's funny. And now this year, it's just been such a better year, and it's made the team better as a whole because you're always making jokes and cracking and talking, and you stepped up. Truthfully, it made you a leader of this team, and you've had some times where you think that you couldn't score, but whenever you scored, it's beautiful goals. It's outside the 18. It's no pass-ins. It's just great goals. Kozel. I single-handedly think that you are responsible for the season I had. If I wasn't the most valuable player, I think it would be you. I had so many times where I could have dropped back and defended, and you're there stopping 2 or 3 guys all by yourself. I am so grateful that you were under me playing there because you are one of the best players I've ever seen play the game. thank you very much for that. And I just want to thank all the parents for all the support you've given us all through this year, and that's about it, so thank you.
Are we gonna do group hug?
Don't leave Davies out.